What's going on, YouTube? It's Matt Fairclough. Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. But a lot of you guys are newer investors, and that's okay because I got started somewhere. My wife Liz, who's our
Your opening is too much. You're like the guy from Saturday Night Live, Chris Farley.
Really?
He goes, "Hey everybody, remember that guy?"
The guy, the
totally just.
Am I looking at No, we're gonna keep going with this. This isn't getting cut out because I want people to see the interaction between my lovely wife Liz. It is a shit.
I've never experienced that before.
You've never experienced. You
That's
have.
very exciting. Not like right here.
Really?
No. Yeah. So go on.
Really?
Sorry.
Oh, go on. Go ahead. Okay. It's a technique that you do to get people engaged and excited.
I'm engaged. So go. Yeah.
Are you
I'm
engaged?
in.
Are you? Okay. Cool. I think you're married already, but okay.
I know. Actually, I am born in.
People probably wonder why I come in so strong in the beginning of the YouTube video, but you do that because you're excited and you get your audience excited and everything like that.
Well, that's really helpful, right? So as investors, we need to differentiate ourselves.
Yes.
And we need to get
And
more attention.
I'm that excited YouTube guy.
So do what works for you. You may not want to do that exactly, but
Yeah.
Go on.
My lovely wife Liz will be joining us today for the YouTube recording. Here she is, real estate investor show. Real estate investor show to hear more about Liz. By the way, this is the YouTube channel. When you hear me do things like what's going on YouTube, well, you'll see more of that here. Maybe not so much in the real estate investor show, but anyway, some of you guys are new investors, and at the end of the day, we all started at some place, right? We all were new at some point. So we have Marco and Christine, who are brand new investors, right? I mean, you're not brand new. You guys are newish, but you're getting into the game, right? You guys are getting into the game of real estate. And I've met you guys at a few networking events. We thought it'd be fun, and we're also part of the PodMax Summit here to have you guys on the show on our YouTube channel to talk about what it's been like to get started in real estate and to talk about some different things that new investors go through as you get going in real estate business, right? So that's a fair conversation. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Cool. So introduce yourself briefly. Tell us who you guys are, how you guys met briefly, and then we'll get into your real estate ventures you guys have been in so far.
Okay. My name is Marco. This is my wife, Christine Padilla. We met by me walking into her shop. She cut my hair.
Haircut the husband.
Yes,
Right.
she actually got me a book for our wedding. It's Haircut the Husband.
Really?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Okay. Did you write the book already, or is it in product?
It's a little book that she had made.
That over memory,
Oh.
how we met. And it was
Oh,
really
okay.
cute. So came by pretty much accident to my salon on a very busy day, December 22nd. And I thought I was done for the day. And Marco walked in. He was going on vacation. Tried to pass him over to some of my stylists because I was really tired. He worked really hard. I ended up cutting his hair. I found out that he's a police officer in Philadelphia. And
Told me it's not
I
like
don't really like cops.
that's
too
a nice
much.
way to put it when she told me that.
Right.
I was oblivious as to what was going on. He had some intentions that I wasn't aware of.
Right. He keeps coming back in his haircut and everything like that. You're
It
like,
was
what's
the
up?
first,
He's coming
it was
back.
the first
It was
time.
the one time.
One time.
And he bribed me with some police passes, get out of jail free card.
Right.
That's helpful.
There you go. Right. Can I get some of those, Marco? Yeah. It is a real thing. I thought it's only Monopoly you can get those, but I can get them in real life too.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. So if you guys want to get a hold of get out of jail for free
No.
cards, you want to call Marco. Apparently he prints those. He has those, right? So new real estate investors. What's real estate investing been like so far? What adventures have you guys gotten yourselves into?
It's been a bumpy road, very scary at times. You know, especially when you walk into the unknown. We got burned really bad trying to wholesale a deal, and that opened my eyes to a lot of things. It's something that you read about, you hear it in all the podcasts, but then when it happens to you, it's like, oh, it's a whole different.
Yeah, different level.
Yeah.
You hear these stories, people tell these things on podcasts about, like, whatever, like, oh, this could have happened to you, this thing happened to this person, and you're, in some ways you can feel like, well, it sucks to be them, like, they guess that happened to them, and that's over there. But when you have it happen to you, it's like, well, that's what's supposed to happen to those people on the show, not to me, right? Yeah.
So it's a real eye opener, it just goes to show, do your due diligence. And even if you know somebody, even if they have because this guy, he helped me in the past. Like, you know, when I met him at a networking event.
So yeah, tell us the story. So, go ahead. You meet again
I
at
met him a
event.
couple of years ago. You know, back when I was just reading about it, listening to the podcast before I actually dove in.
Yeah.
And I was listening to. I went to a meeting, a real estate meeting in Philadelphia. I met him. Actually, took him out to lunch. He was a very knowledgeable guy. You know, I helped him get another deal. It was a uh, well, anyway, I helped him get a good deal, and then I had another property a couple of years later that I was wholesaling. This was last year, and I had a group of investors. They came in. They were looking at the property. He walked right up to me. He said, "Marco, I'll take it at the price you're asking," right in front of everybody else. And all the other buyers were like, "Oh, well, you got a buyer." So everybody packed up and left.
Mm-hmm.
So we left it at that. The night before closing, he calls me up. He says, "Listen, I'm having a little trouble coming up with the full amount. Do you think you could work with me?" So I said, "Yeah, it's not a problem." I lowered the price for him because I knew, my cut on it was still going to be pretty good. And
Give some. So you were gonna let's real numbers. You were gonna sell it to him for how much?
I was going to sell it to him for 150.
And you were gonna make how much?
I was going to make 20.
Okay. And you dropped it to what?
I dropped it 10.
So you dropped to 140. Okay,
140.
so you're gonna walk with 10. It's good. Good
Yeah.
compensation for your time. I get that. This isn't a hobby, guys. We're allowed to make money when you do these transactions, right?
Yeah.
So he's fully entitled to make whatever it is that the market's willing to bear for his services on the project, right? So you drop it to 140. Okay. So now what?
The next morning for closing, he was no show.
Oh no.
No call, no show, nothing. And we're a great team because I can look at the properties, I can look at the numbers, I can analyze, I can do that, but I do not have people skills.
Being a
That's where she
hairdresser
comes in.
for over 20 years, I have great people skills. I can get the deals. I can get what we're looking for,
The relationship.
and I
So,
build
yeah,
a
sure.
good
You know,
relationship.
She walks into the room, she starts talking to people, and that's what happened. We went into this house. This lady was looking to sell. It was for sale by owner.
So with the wholesale, to wrap it up, did you end up having to give the property back to the seller?
Yes,
and
I
then
ended
do
up
what?
having to,
Contract
it kind of leans into it because she built a good relationship with the owner.
Oh,
They were moving into Florida. They had their house bought over there. Everything was packed. That morning after closing, they were driving off. And then afterwards we had to look this lady in the face and tell her.
Yeah, which is.
So it put us in a bad situation. Well, lo and behold, he swooped in underneath
Your
us
contract
after the
expired.
contract expired
No.
and got the whole deal. So that was his plan from the beginning.
Cold-blooded.
Yeah.
Yeah, cold-blooded. So, okay,
And she
if
wouldn't
you,
talk to us after that. You already.
right, if you had the whole thing, lesson for the viewers, right? If you had this whole thing to do over again, right, be careful, absolutely. If you could, aside from like not do business with this guy ever again, right? Like, I get
Because
that.
you don't know.
But you don't know.
Yeah.
Right. What would you have done differently?
What did he not do? Something
I didn't-
wasn't
I didn't
signed
bet-
or.
I didn't. I figured because I knew him, he was already an investor that he would follow through with the deal, but he didn't. And that was, I didn't do my due diligence on him. I didn't get a deposit from him. As a wholesaler,
We did.
I
You trusted too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Over trusted. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So you probably would have got a deposit on a wholesale project, and maybe
Okay.
would have protected yourself with an extension with the seller or something like that, or yeah.
I figured since he had taught me before, it's something where you could trust, but
Well, he taught him something very valuable this time.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
And that's so important because I was actually talking to my other partner, and he's my partner, my husband and partner, and Andressa, who is my co-host of our real estate investor,
Oh, the what? The real estate investor show.
the real estate
Okay.
investor podcast.
Okay.
The show, and we're
it's awesome.
Okay.
Guys,
Building-
should listen to it too.
Yeah, we do. Guys are men are allowed to listen.
Yeah.
building a community, so definitely check us out. We'll put that in the show notes. But what I was trying to say was we were talking the other day, and we are talking about working with somebody. And I said, I trust her. I trust her.
Yeah.
And she goes, it's not about trust. It's about following the process. And I think that was really helpful for me to hear. And I think for many people who are just trusting type people, if you are that kind of person, like knowing yourself, like your personality, then you have to watch and put that and follow a process to slow down because you might go with trust factor versus actually just following the process,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I just want to mention that real quick. But I want to ask you both too. So many people are transitioning. They have some property. They've done some deals, but they're trying to really build a business. You know, really build that true passive income to become financially free, which I think a lot of people are doing this for. Certainly our goals too.
Our goals.
So when you're transitioning, I know you said you have your own salon. How many salons?
I have two.
You're a business owner. You have a ton of skills already. What ends up happening though, I think, for many people that are in this business transitioning is that they don't realize all the assets that they have already that they can put into investing in real estate. So I'm curious, like when you think about your own assets, we think about financial assets, obviously. If you go to a banker, they're like, what's your assets? But I like to think of like personality assets, skill assets, knowledge assets. These are the things that are going to make us successful. We've had to learn that over the years. Like when we don't have a certain skill set,
Yeah.
we either hire someone or partner with someone. You know, because we're not the perfect partnership, him and I. Marriage, we are probably, but not perfect. But
No,
but
there's no
business
such
wise,
thing as a
there
perfect
are
partnership.
there are things in our like when it's just the two of us, there are things that are lacking.
We're definitely
Operational,
learning that.
you know, and but
Marketing.
But I should say every partnership will have that. So so for you guys watching, it's okay if your business or whatever partnership it is, including your marriage, has some gaps. You've got to identify those gaps
Right.
and learn how to fill them in somewhere else.
before the gaps, though, you have to identify what you're bringing to the table. So as you both have kind of, you know, you're getting more involved in the business, looking to grow. You know, what are your assets? Like, what do you both bring to the table, and what have you identified are things that maybe you need to either hire out or, you know, get the help for? I'm curious. So, like, how did you assess where you both are, and what are some of those things? Do you think the folks listening really need to do that for themselves?
Marco and I balance each other out a lot because I'm really good. My asset is I'm really good with people.
Right.
So I can walk in, which we have quite a few deals that we do with wholesaling. Marco comes in, they really don't want to talk much with him. They're not very interested. Now, if I walk in, I get the deal immediately. I form
Women are more
a
trusting.
bond.
I'm telling you, women are more trusting.
I should just make that relationship and connection with people where Marco does not. But then when he comes in, he's really good with the numbers and all that good stuff he does.
They're worried he's going to arrest them or something like that, right? Like,
Yeah.
Because he comes in with like that cop personality and this.
It's not a personality.
It's just the way he is. But
I've been told that before. Like I walk in and people have said I look
you feel
intimidating.
the energy. Like
You seem very kind to me. I don't get that from you.
That's what I
he is kind. He
You
is.
do. You
kind.
have a kindness.
I-
I'm
I-
sure
He's
you're a
got,
cop.
but he's got cop hair though, right?
Yeah.
So as a hairdresser, right, you can help him with the cop hair, right? Yeah.
So
But the cop thing aside, is that like you can be, and I've found this works well in business, is to have one that deals more with the people, that's more of the warm people up and everything like that. And then the analyst, the one that's doing more of the analysis side of it, the one that's really crunching the numbers and really running operations. Okay. And you need that side too. The more detail, the less detail too. And you and I've talked about personality assessments and the way that personalities play into business. You really need both sides of the spectrum, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But we've been taking a lot of classes and we're learning as we go. We definitely need to outsource a lot of things. We're not great at everything, and we're learning that we need outside help.
Yeah.
we try doing everything in house, and it's not easy. It's too hard, and we have to realize know what you're good at and what you're not. Try not to be good at it because then you're taking your strengths away from what you're good at.
Yeah.
And you're giving energy to something that you're not, and you're just gonna frustrate yourself. And I've done that, and it's not
Know
good.
your greatness, right?
And it's really hard at first because I know when we started, we were doing everything. And in some ways, as we've grown and we've changed our business model, you can go back to doing a lot of things yourselves. It's a very, you know, we've been in business a long time. And there's certain things that I'm doing right now that I verbally, very vocally said, we need to hire someone to do.
Yeah.
You know, and but so as you get going, and I'm sure hopefully you both do this, as you get going, write everything down that you're doing. Think of like the end in mind, like that you may not want to be doing X, Y, and Z in a year or 2 years or 6 months. But if you're going to train someone, you're going to have stuff written down. It's got to be, you're not going to be like wing it and just, go do this, like they're not gonna know what to do, you know? So that's a big part.
Yeah, with our time and things like that. We're learning about that time management, and it's hard running the salons and dealing with customers and workers and trying to do real estate. These
Full-time job.
Yeah.
the whole nine. So
Yeah, there's a balance in there, but I think that a lot of ways in working together, it forces you to bring out your best in a lot of different ways. You know, look yourself in the mirror in a lot of different facets. So I commend you guys. So what's next for Marco and Christine? Right? What's next?
we have a lot of things going on. We have our organic product line coming out October. We have the salons. And
Organic what product line?
so we have C&M Organics, which is C&M for Christine and Marco.
Okay.
It's an organic.
Is it can they go to cnmorganics.com to hear more about it?
www.cmorganics.com.
cmorganics with an X.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as we talked about before, we were just being interviewed. My parents passed from cancer when I was young. So working in this industry, I meet a lot of people who are getting cancer. We're using a lot of chemicals in products. So
Instead of organic wines, so
now
about that. Neat.
came out with an organic line, and
That's exciting.
and more with the real estate. We're just
Yeah,
trying
we're
to learn.
Dust yourself off and try again. Do another deal. Right. Okay.
building capital from the one side to put into the passive for the long term, because we can't stay working physically for the rest of our lives.
Yeah. It's
Working
good
hard
to.
for a long time.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It's good to put effort now into wealth building later, and then enjoying the cash flow while you're building it up too. So,
Yes.
great. So, aside from cmorganics with an X.com, is there any way people can get a hold of you if they want to hear more about what Marco and Christine are up to?
You can follow our Instagram. We have Robin Hood Properties LLC on Instagram, and
Robin Hood Properties LLC.
I like the name.
Okay, that's great.
and also Facebook, Christine Padilla, Marco Padilla. We're both on Facebook, and all of our businesses are linked to our news.
Okay.
So to our personal page, so you can hear everything about us that's going on every day.
Thanks
the
for-
good, bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, that's
And
great.
it's
Thanks for
appreciated.
Thanks for getting vulnerable and put yourself out there. It's not. Sometimes it's hard to talk about losses in real estate, but the biggest lesson is that sometimes this business is not all sunshine and roses. It does hit back, but you got to dust yourself off and try again. Because Liz and I have been punched in the teeth more times than we care to remember in this business. But the key to success was dusting ourselves off and doing it and trying again and getting back up.
And always really asking yourself when you finish that wholesale deal or you finish a flip, reevaluate what worked, what didn't. Maybe this isn't the right strategy based on who we are. And we've had all those conversations, and we still have those conversations.
Yeah.
So it's just it's a constant discussion. Your goals change, your life changes.
Absolutely.
All those things change. So I would recommend that to the people watching too.
Yes.
Great. So thanks for.
I'm sorry.
Please.
Yeah.
One thing. Business is always business, whether it is with a friend, a family member, someone you trust, someone who's taught you. That's the lesson that I learned. Business is business. So if you can get them to sign a contract, let them sign a contract. Let them do what you need to do with whether they are family or not, or whoever they would be. Because if not, you're going to learn a lesson the hard way.
I know I've heard met many people that did business with family and didn't put it in writing and ended up losing family members out of their life or losing friends out of their life.
Family.
Yeah, renting property to friends and not drawing up a lease and it's okay. I know you're good for it. Well, it's business. It's okay. Treat them the same way.
Yeah.
Cool.
Countless.
Yeah. I can count examples. So thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. And continue to watch my YouTube channel where I come in really heavy and everything like that. And you can
Or
watch
you can watch the podcast, but you can listen. All the women, if the women
where they're
are
very
watching this right now,
where they're very even keeled and less energetic in the beginning.
they're energetic.
Either
but
way.
I don't,
Right. You don't just
Out there.
right. Just pop on them right when they come in the
Yeah,
door.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that's just my way of being, and it's okay. And I know you guys love it.
And check it out. It's
So.
realestateinvestor.com.
Guys,
Thanks for watching, guys. Have a very
Bye.
profitable week. Thank you.